So hello and welcome to the Premier League Team of the Week. This is where I choose my Team of the Week for the weekend's fixtures. And I always try to have as many different teams in as possible, but I do try to have a fairly balanced team. So when I look at Garth Crooks, and when I look at Robbie Savage and some other teams, they always look really unbalanced. And I don't like that. I think you should play a system that would at least work a little bit. So sometimes you have several players that do well in the same position. For example, I thought that Yarmolenko and Anderson had really, really good games. But unfortunately, they don't get into the side. I'm not going to, have someone playing in central midfield just to get them in. Or Declan Rice had a really good game, but just doesn't get in. And it is what it is. I just don't like the idea of putting people in anywhere. So I always try to have a fairly balanced team. But let's get straight into it. In goal, we're playing a 4-3-3 with one winger on each side. So in goal, we've gone with Joe Hart. So Joe Hart was on the losing end of a 1-0 defeat at Wolves. Joe Hart kept Burnley in the game. Wolves absolutely battered them in parts. And really, it could have been 3 or 4-0. But Joe Hart made some really, really good saves. And I felt like he deserved to be in the team of the week. Some other goalkeepers had some really, really good games, including David De Gea. But I just felt that he probably just edged by the way he kept Burnley in the game. At right back, we have Wolves fullback Matt Doherty. Now, he is a very, very new face to the Premier League, and he had a really, really good game on Sunday. He set up the goal for Jimenez, the only goal of the game, the winning goal, and he had a chance himself, but he was so dangerous down the right-hand side. He plays the wing-back role for Nuno Espirito Santo's team. He offers so much going forward in this game, and I was really, really impressed. And I think he thoroughly deserved to be in the right back role. At centre back, we have two centre backs. The first one is somebody that's been in this time and time again so far, and that is Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk is a huge presence at the back, and he kept Harry Kane quiet. He kept Spurs' chances to a minimum. And he's just been absolutely fantastic so far for Liverpool. And what a signing he is. He may make Liverpool the champions just by his presence at the back. They're so hard to break down. He has been absolutely fantastic. And he was a rock at the back against Tottenham. Next centre-back is Shane Duffy. So Duffy scored the first goal in the 2-2 draw with Southampton. So he got the first goal. They were 2-0 down at the time, so that was really important. And then he won the penalty as well, which Glenn Murray scored to equalise. He played a really, really pivotal role in this game. Shane Duffy is such a massive, massive importance to Brighton. And I thought he did really well, and he got the goal, and he won the penalty. That is such a huge impact for a central defender to make, so I think he thoroughly deserved it. At left back, we have Marcos Alonso. Now, Alonso, he had an okay game, but I couldn't really find anyone to play left back. And also, Marcos Alonso, I've been so impressed with over the last few weeks, but there's always been Holebas, Benjamin Mendy getting in, or Andy Robertson, and I just felt like he deserves to be in this team. He's been so good going forward. He's created so many chances. He's scored goals. He's made assists. He's been absolutely fantastic for Chelsea so far this season, despite dropping into a new role as a left back instead of the left wing back, in a back four instead of a back five. Really, really impressive how he's, just adapted straight away under Maurizio Sarri after Antonio Conte left, who brought him into the club originally. So that left back, we have Marcos Alonso. Three central midfielders. The first is Fernandinho. Really impressed with him, and he set up a few of the goals as well. Such a good player. He played really, really well. Manchester City could have had a lot more than the 3 goals they scored. But Fernandinho is such a good player. He can create, he can defend, he can hold up, he can do so many different things. And I was really impressed with his display in central midfield. Next, the other central midfielder is James Milner. James Milner seems to be getting better with age. He's been absolutely fantastic so far this season. He was so good in the midfield. The midfield that was containing the likes of Moussa Dembele and Eric Dyer. It was Milner that was, really bossing the midfield and creating chances. He was everywhere. He was filling in at right back when Alexander-Arnold went forward. He was filling in at left back when Andrew Robertson went forward. He was everywhere, and he was absolutely brilliant, and he is thoroughly deserved to be in central midfield. Further forward as an attacking midfielder, we have David Silva. David Silva, what a player he is. Quality player. He scored the second goal in the 3-0 win. I just really, really love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic. He was pulling the strings once again without Kevin De Bruyne. He was really, really important. Bernardo Silva had a really good game as well. And it seems like they are okay without Kevin De Bruyne. They're missing him, but they're doing all right without him. David Silva, like Milner, is just getting better with age. He's all over the pitch. He's always looking for that key pass, and he had an absolutely fantastic game and thoroughly deserves to be in the side. So we have 2 wingers and a central striker. On the left wing we have my man of the weekend, and that is Ryan Fraser. So Fraser scored twice for Bournemouth in a 4-2 win over Leicester City. But he had so many chances. He was creating chances. He won the penalty. He was absolutely brilliant. One of the best displays I've seen so far this season. Absolutely fantastic. Creating chances, scoring, winning a penalty, and he was just everywhere. Absolutely fantastic by Ryan Fraser, and he is one of the wingers. The other winger is Eden Hazard. Hazard started the season on fire under Maurizio Sarri, and he scored a hat-trick in their 4-1 victory over Cardiff City. Hazard has been known to be a very, very good player, but never scored too many goals. But a hat-trick against Cardiff is absolutely fantastic. He cut them apart time and time again. Really, really good performance. And a hat-trick, you can't leave somebody out that scores 3 times. Finally, the striker is Marko Arnautovic. So Arnautovic scored the 3rd goal, which turned out to be the winning goal. That really did kill off Everton in their 3-1 win over Everton. It was their first win of the season. Really, really important 3 points. But he also was a constant threat going forward. He set up the first goal for Yarmolenko, and he was just a constant thorn in the side of a very inexperienced Everton back line. He created chance after chance. He was always looking for the ball, and what a transformation coming from a winger at Stoke now to a central striker at West Ham. A really, really confident performance by him. I was really impressed, and I think that he could, really help West Ham go from the bottom few right into the top half. Absolutely fantastic and thoroughly deserved the central striker role. So that's the team. Joe Hart in goal, back 4 of Matt Doherty, Virgil van Dijk, Shane Duffy and Marcos Alonso. In midfield we have Fernandinho, James Milner and David Silva, and then up front we have Eden Hazard, Ryan Fraser and Marko Arnautovic. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave yours down below if you disagree with what I've said. Feel free to say who you'd have preferred to have been in, and get involved in the comments. It really, really does help the channel out. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.